Hey mama, are you feeling overwhelmed? Like no matter how hard you try, you're still not the mom you know you were meant to be? I get it, and I'm here to tell you you were designed for more, and together we can get you there. Welcome to the Nature to Nurture podcast. I'm Tiffany, an early childhood specialist, advocate, and mom on this journey with you. I've spent years supporting families and working with children in those critical first 5 years of life, where every moment counts. But here's the thing. The same caregiving practices that help 0 to 5-year-olds thrive are the very same practices that help us, as adults, live purposeful, connected, and thriving lives. It all begins with intention, mindfulness, and showing up for ourselves and our kids. In this podcast, I'll help you discover simple tips and practices for raising your little ones with intention and care, while also guiding you to become the caregiver that you've always wanted to be, the one that you dream of. Each week, I'll share stories from my own life, some practical strategies, and research-backed insights to help you slow down, reconnect, and find joy in the everyday moments. Whether it's creating a bit of time for unstructured play, setting up your nurturing routines, or taking care of yourself as you care for your kids. This is the place for you. If you're ready to embrace the kind of motherhood that feels aligned with who you truly are, be sure to follow the podcast, leave a review, and join our supportive community. We are here to lift each other up every step of the way. All right, Mama, let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to Nature to Nurture, friends. Today's episode is meant to be a warm invitation to pause, take a breath, and find joy in the small things that make life so rich. With Thanksgiving just around the corner, that means this is the best time for us to center our families around gratitude. And not just for the big things, but for all the little, often overlooked moments that really do bring us joy. So today we're going to be talking about simple, doable ways to bring gratitude into our homes and our hearts. And I'll be sharing a little bit about my own family's gratitude practice, including those sweet, everyday moments that my kids write about in their journals. And by the end of this episode, you'll have practical steps to start a gratitude practice in your own family. One that will leave everyone's heart full. You know, gratitude is so beautiful because it shifts our whole perspective. I like to think of it as a pair of glasses, rose-colored glasses, right? When we put them on, we start seeing life's colors more vividly. We notice little details that might otherwise slip by, like the sound of laughter in the house, the warmth of the sun, the way your children's faces light up with wonder, or the feeling of having your dog's head in your lap as you're getting ready to record a podcast episode. Clink, clink, I'm sure you can hear their feet in the background. This simple practice of noticing what's good changes the whole energy of our home and of our spirit. I often see it with my kids, and I'll ask them, what's something that you're grateful for today? And their answers are so humble, so genuine. They don't focus on the big, shiny things. They focus on the small, heartfelt moments. I remember reading in my daughter's journal the other day, I'm grateful for seeing my grandma. And my son, I'm grateful when we get to go and play outside together. Those reflections, I see their spirits growing softer, more open, and they're more content with what's already around them. That's what I wish for each of us. The chance to look around and realize, hey, we already have so much to be grateful for. The glass really is half full, or more if you've been filling your cup, right? So let's take this tangible with some simple steps that you can help your family practice gratitude. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need a complicated setup, just a little bit of intention. So here are some ideas that have worked really well for us. Number 1, get that gratitude journal. And for us, it's not just a gratitude journal. We use it throughout the day, throughout our activities, but each morning we use that journal, right? So I want you to get a small journal for each family member And each morning, I want you to ask everybody to write down 3 things that they're grateful for. This could be a big thing, like a fun day at the park, or it could be something small, like a warm cup of hot chocolate. The beauty here is that each entry becomes a tiny snapshot of joy, and you can look back on it during tougher days. And I highly recommend doing this in the morning because you are priming your mind to be ready to see and receive all of it, and to be grateful for what's coming ahead, and to put your mind, your spirit on that higher level. Number 2, I recommend doing some bedtime gratitude sharing. We do this in our family, and it really is a heartwarming way to close the day. As you're tucking your kids in, ask them, what's one thing that made you smile today? Or what's something that you're grateful for right now? It's a simple question. It has a powerful way, though, of bringing calm and contentment right before bed. And just like you did in the morning, you're priming them to have a good night's rest, to head into slumber with happiness. All right, here's another one that I am super excited about. I created this super cute jar, and we are going to add this to our November activities. And I really think we're just going to keep it throughout the whole entire year, because why not? I spent time making it. This is a jar. So we took a jar, a super cute jar, and I wrapped it with some of that, Rantan stuff that you see, stringy, grassy stuff that you see everywhere. Anyways, I wrapped it up with that so that it looks cute. And what we're going to do is we are going to write one thing that we're grateful for, and we're going to slip it inside of that jar. And at the end of the week, I'm thinking Sunday breakfast, when we're having our waffles, we're going to open up the jar and we're going to read each note and continue that throughout the week. I am so excited to hear these little moments that they're choosing to write down and to read them out loud as a family together on our family morning, seeing what they've put. I'm excited. I'll share more with what we come up with and if we continue this past the holiday season. And the last one that I want to talk about is a weekly family gratitude walk. You know that I'm all about being outside. Outside heals us, nature heals us. And so for this one, I want you to take your family outside and try a gratitude walk. And as you're walking, have each person talk about what they're thankful for. It's a great way that you can combine movement, fresh air, gratitude, connection, conversation. Nature has this way of just grounding us, right? Helping us to be connected to something much bigger. And I know for me, I am just happy outdoors. I am thankful for every blade of grass, every falling leaf, every tweet of the bird, the rain, the mud. It makes me happy that I get to experience that, feel that, see that fully. How lucky are we, right? One of my favorite parts about our gratitude practice is seeing what my kids choose to write or share. It's always the simple things that really mean so much to them. Like the other day, my son wrote, "I'm grateful that I get to be in our cozy home." Cha-ching! I've been working on that. My daughter wrote, "I love snuggles on the couch." Me too. Thank you for those cold months. Those small things that we take for granted as adults, they're the moments that are making our children feel safe and joyful. I remember one particular evening, I was feeling so stressed, just overwhelmed by the day's demands. And I asked my daughter, "What are you grateful for today?" And I was expecting her to mention something about gymnastics because she loves gymnastics. But she looked at me and she said, "I'm grateful that I get to spend my day with you, Mama." It was like she reminded me to slow down and really savor the beauty of what we already have. And her words brought me back to the moment, filling me up with a gratitude for this family that we've created and for the opportunities that we've created. And even though it's hard, am I so blessed, right? So as we look toward Thanksgiving, I want to encourage you to consider a little twist on traditional holiday cards. Instead of sending out a typical holiday greeting or forgetting to send the Christmas cards, why not write a gratitude letter to someone you love? It could be a family member, a friend, or even someone you haven't connected with in a while. Think about how meaningful it would be for you to receive a card that says, "I'm so grateful for you and the way that you've been there for me." Heck, this could even become a new family tradition. Each year, writing letters that reflect true, heartfelt gratitude. I encourage you to bring your family into this. Have each family member write a short note to someone special or someone's special and express some appreciation for the role that they've played in your lives. It'll be like sending a piece of your heart across the miles, and you have Thanksgiving week to do it. So use that break, write a sweet letter, practice that gratitude with your family, and go drop them off on Wednesday. Go drop them off on Friday, so that as others are starting to think about Christmas cards, they're going to start receiving these thank you letters, these thank you cards. I guarantee you it's going to warm their heart. I know that I love getting mail, and a special note rather than just a generic card, that would make my day, right? And if you are looking for a moment that you want to slow down and you want to ground yourself in gratitude as we're approaching Thanksgiving, I want to invite you to a special evening that I'm hosting. It's called Gratitude and Grounding for the Holidays. And we're going to gather on November 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Zoom. And I'm going to be guiding you through practices that are going to help you feel more centered, more rooted, and ready to embrace the holidays with a full heart. You can sign up now at bit.ly/gratitudeandgrounding, or you can find the link in the show notes. I hope that you are going to join me for a quiet moment of peace and grounding as we step into this busy season. Now, as we close, I want to remind you that gratitude isn't about perfection or doing it all right. It's about noticing the moments that make us smile, the people who fill our lives with warmth, and the little things that make us feel at home. Every time we practice gratitude, we create a moment of connection, a pause that reminds us of the beauty already around us. I'm so grateful that you are here sharing in this journey toward creating an intentional, love-filled life and home. And if you found comfort or inspiration in today's episode, I would be extremely grateful if you would share it with a friend, join our Facebook community, and let's keep spreading warmth, joy, and a little extra light. I thank you so much for being here today, for sharing this space with me, and for being part of this community. And until next time, may you find the joy in the smallest things. May gratitude be your guiding light, and may you feel deeply connected to the love that always surrounds you. Sending you the biggest and warmest hug.